Hey there nerds, Jimmy Palmquist here with a little drive time comic book review. Now, I laid down a review on this one, but the audio was bad, so we're going to try again. So I'm reviewing Fight Club 2, number 1, published by Dark Horse Comics. Now, I've learned a little bit more about how this comic book got made from the first time I reviewed it, and it's a pretty cool story. So it appears that Chuck Palahniuk had ideas for a sequel to his book, Fight Club, and he wasn't exactly sure how to tell that story. I guess he wasn't really into writing another novel. So one of his friends invited him to a dinner party, and this friend just happened to also be friends with Brian Michael Bendis, and I believe it was Brian K. Vaughan. And so they all had a dinner party. I'm assuming other people were there. But specifically, the two comic creators talked to Chuck about utilizing his ideas in a comic book format. And the idea progressed into the fact that it actually happened. I think that's fantastic. I think the medium of comic book storytelling is wonderful. And I think when you get a professional like Chuck to cross over and test those waters and so far to be successful, I think that's fantastic. Onto the book itself, I really enjoyed this read. It picks up 10 years after the events of the first book or series, or movie, depending on how you want to look at it. The narrator, who was played by Ed Norton, he has a name called Sebastian. So Sebastian is married to Marla, and we're sort of seeing normal life for these two now, and it involves living in a home, living in what I imagine is the suburbs, celebrating their 10-year anniversary, and they have a child, which on the surface that sounds normal, but we just pick at it a little, and we already get some interesting developments. Sebastian comes home with flowers to give to Marla, and she's not there. We see Sebastian popping pills essentially to maintain that normalcy. And we all know keeping Tyler Durden down is what I was thinking. The artwork I really enjoyed. I thought it was cool how you read the panel, and as you're reading it, you see pills sort of stacked on top of the panel itself, almost like these pills are mine that I've just laid on the comic book. And I thought that was a great way to sort of break that fourth wall like we had seen in the film, where Tyler Durden is splicing pieces of porn into movies. So I believe it was Cameron Stewart was the artist. I really enjoyed that touch to it. I thought the artwork was good as well, but I really enjoyed that touch to it. We also see Marla is still visiting these support groups, and it's funny because I can't exactly name the disease that she went to go see, because it's a very difficult one, which is right up Chuck Palahniuk's alley of picking out weird diseases. But it's totally inappropriate to her, and it's funny because she just sits in and starts spilling the beans about her life, which has nothing to do with this disease. And unbeknownst to her, Sebastian had come in and sat behind her, and here's how she's basically not happy with this normal life. She wants the Tyler Durden lifestyle back. We also get a little preview into their son, who's a young teenager, and he's very innocent and naive, especially he's doing like a science experiment, but we find out it's in order to basically create a bomb. But he's talking about combining this chemical with this chemical, and very, very innocent in the way he's doing it, and it's basically to see if it can be done, which I thought was an interesting take on their son. We get some really cool reveals at the end. I cannot wait to see where this story goes. One of the other things I really did appreciate as well, as Sebastian is going along in his daily grind, he goes to a florist to get the flowers, he goes to a bar to unwind a little bit, and the florist and the bartender are beat up, and every time Sebastian tries to pay, your money's no good here, Mr. Durden. And he's like, I'm not that guy. That's not me. And I love that. I love that they're putting that forth, basically trying to bring him out. And they don't know that they're doing that, but that's what's going on. Your money's no good here. I'm not that guy. So we do see Tyler, we see a tease of him, we get a little foreshadowing of what he might be doing. I've got some ideas, I'm not going to spoil it. Definitely check it out. Love this book, 5 out of 5 Nerd Skulls. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below.